Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday. This is Leonard with Indie Band Coach, and we have spent quite a bit of time getting some of our resources set up to where, if you've seen any of the videos and things like that, we've really taken, a focused effort to try and share ideas with you in terms of ideas that you can be posting on social media, which is where we have our 30-day social calendar that you can get. Used to be 90 days, but we condensed it down to 30 days because we got feedback from people that are using it like I can barely get through the month, let alone 90 days. So, just to let you know, I'll put a link in the comments of this, but just so you know, we condensed it down to 30 days. There's still close to 150 ideas just within the month of different topics, and some of them are music related, some of them are not, but there's still, you know, a lot of ideas. And in addition to a PDF, we have also now incorporated it into a Google Calendar where you can sync it up with your Google schedule and also an iCal link. So, all of that to say, we've condensed a lot of that and we've really been focused on trying to help you break out of the, paralysis of not knowing what to post and give you ideas and things like that. And we're also going to now be focusing on helping you create the content. So each week, in addition to your weekly social, which is kind of a week's worth of ideas that are coming up for the week. In addition to that, we're also going to be creating some videos just like the one we're about to do now that can help you create some content. And today, what we are going to do is we're going to talk about Facebook polls because there are quite a few of them that I've seen. And, I posted one in our Facebook group, and, there were some folks there that's like, oh, I didn't know you could create polls in Facebook and things like that. So definitely wanted to take the chance or take the opportunity to show what that whole feature is about because it's pretty cool. Give me 1 second here. I want to check something. Make sure I'm getting audio. Yeah, good deal. All right. So, Facebook polls. And if you are tuning in, if you had a chance to tune in, just, shoot me a quick comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me also know if you've had a chance to use any Facebook polls in your content creation. So, would love to know, what questions you have or how you're using it. I'm just going to go through a few examples of how you can use it, but I'm also going to be looking at it from three different types of Facebook pages. So one is going to be your band page or your business page. One is going to be on your personal page, and then another is going to be in a Facebook group if you happen to have a Facebook group for your band. Excuse me. Break. Okay, and we're back. So with each of those, the Facebook poll is going to look a little bit different. So let's go ahead and go to probably the one that is most commonly used, or the ones that you would potentially use most often, and that is going to be the Facebook poll that is basically going to be just a couple of different options that you can give your fans. And let me just say this out loud as opposed to silently so you can hear me. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let me just say this. The goal of all of this is to be creating content and creating a variety of content that your fans won't get tired of you just posting your flyers for your show or asking you to come or asking them to come to a gig. The whole goal of this is to create engaging stuff that is unique, that's interesting, that would encourage them to not only react to an actual comment or share, but to also share it and make comments on your posts and things like that. So that's the goal of all of this. So let's take a look at the first one. And this is going to be a Facebook poll that's going to be on your band/business page. And I am going to split the screen. Boom. The screen is split. All right. So on this example, this is a business page. This is the Indie Band Coach Facebook page. And so that should be similar to what your band's business page would be. But on this page, what you can do, and the reason I think a lot of people don't know that the option is there is because you actually have to scroll down and open up the options here. So Facebook has been really good lately, obviously, about giving us options and different things that they want us to do to try and encourage us to, have our businesses succeed and things like that. So on this example, to create a poll, what you actually have to do is you have to click on the see all to get that last row of things there. And then that's where you'll see the create poll option. And now that you've got the create poll option, you can see that there's only two options that you can do. There's option 1 and option 2. And then you can also see down here, you have the option to edit it. So you can make it so where the poll is only, open for a day, it's open for a week, it is continually open, or you can do a custom time frame. And then you can also schedule a post once you get it done, or you can just publish it. So on this example, I also want to show you, let's just do which cover, let me do this, is, if you've got some type of merch or you've got some type of cover art or anything like that, you might be wavering about, or you kind of have a good idea, but you want to use it as a way to, let people be a part of your process, it's a great way to use a poll. And on these polls, or this particular version of the poll, you can actually choose a photo. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose one of the cover art questions that we actually did a few years ago. But it was when Jessica, the co-founder of Indie Band Coach, put out her cover of Ed Sheeran. I said indie, and then I typed indie. That's not what's going on, people. But and that's not how you spell thinking. So yeah. I'm gonna get it. There we go. So once you get your two pictures up here, but basically what we did was you asked the Facebook group we had at the time which one they liked best. Just, I think we might have had two totally different pictures, but this ended up being the final two versions of the one that we chose. But to complete your poll, what you're going to need to do is you're actually going to have to give each one a title. So we can say London Rose Brown, Rose Red. And then, as I mentioned before, you can schedule this to go up in the future, or you can publish it now. And let's just pretend that we posted this. But what you'll do then is people will either be able to, they'll be able to click on one or the other, and you'll actually see real time what the percentages are. And we'll show you an example of that here in just a second. But before we do that, I don't want to post this because I want to actually show you the other version of this poll that you can use. And that is the ever so popular GIF. So you can actually choose GIFs, or you can actually link to a GIF as well. But GIFs are so popular that they're literally, able to be pulled from in mostly all of the programs so far. So on this example, what we're going to do is, let's just say, thinking of stuff. There we go. And we'll use another GIF. Here, boom, there we go. Which band? Just thinking off the top of my head here. So, which band member did it better? So, you'll change your options. And then what you can do, and I'll go ahead and publish this so you can see it, and I'll probably delete it after that. But what you can do then is just have a fun way, whether it's a couple of GIFs, like, how are you, what's your Monday like? And you could do like a happy GIF, or you can do like a sad GIF or a frustrated GIF or something like that. And you can totally do that. And let me show you here. So now I've actually clicked on that and it's giving me the percentage. So you're just giving people a chance to create a way to interact and things like that. And you've seen GIFs where people are like, caption this GIF or things like that. So just look at this poll as an option, as a way to, if you do have a question, we've talked about that a lot in our weekly socials, and a way to actually have fans or ask your fans questions. You can use that as a way to really kind of enhance that whole question asking things. You can give them a couple of different options and represent it with the fun GIF. And me being a former frontman, I'm not sure why I chose the drummer. Drummers are cool, don't get me wrong, but you got to get anyway. So let's go on to the next one real quick. I want to keep you guys. So the next one is on your personal page. There are also ways to do this on your personal page, which is a lot different than what is on the band page. I think it is anyway. But yeah, once you click in your personal page, what you'll do is you will then scroll down the little options here. I think this will give us the two options again. Yeah, this is the two options. It's the group one that's different. So again, you can choose the pictures or you can choose the GIF, but I did want to also point out that another option, let me clear out of this and I will exit out of this. One quick second. Here we go. Is you also have the ability to make lists now. Where'd it go? There you go. So you can create a list with your own title. And again, I know this is not a Facebook poll. Shh, don't tell anybody. But you can create lists and it will, you can start to list items. I can see a walk. I can see a table, whatever. And listings out. Now, this might or might not be something that, people will, depending on how you do it, be interacting with, unless you're asking a question there. But you could say, hey, what can you see from where you're at? And then you could list out things and then also obviously ask them what they see, or, what are you listening to, or something more direct to maybe your actual schedule coming up, like, which venue that we play at over the next few weeks do you think has the best dance floor? Something like that. But you can create lists of your shows that are coming up. Here's one. Hey, here's where we are playing over the next few weeks. Which show are you most likely to come to? Something like that. And you could list those out, or you could also create a poll. So those are just a few ways to do that. And again, this is on the personal page. And the next thing I want to show you is if you have a Facebook group. Now, we have a Facebook group for Indie Band Coach. It is Indie Band Connect, as you can see up top there. Feel free to come on in, and I will personally take a look at your invite and get you signed in there. But we do quite a bit of stuff. We share some content, we share some stories, and some of the stuff that you see out there, we'll share it in the group as well. But there are some things that I do try to take care of the folks in the group a little bit more one-on-one, and just try to answer questions. And it's not just me taking care of the group, it's everybody kind of working together, because there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of experience in the group. So, oh, that was good. Yeah. Anyway, so in the group, the polls work a little bit differently, where if you create a poll, you'll actually have several options. And create that. And so now you can ask a question, and then you have a lot of options. So if you do have some fans that are, in your group, and just let me say real quick, I do advise, or I do recommend, if you have the ability to do one, if you have the capacity to have someone actually manage it, I would have a group for your Facebook page, because some of the rules and regulations that restrict your reach and engagement, maybe on your Facebook page, your band page, doesn't necessarily apply to the group. People get notifications when you apply, or when you actually post inside the group. So if you have the ability to keep it up, if you have the ability to engage with your fans and things like that, Facebook pages or Facebook groups might not be a bad idea for you to think about. Okay. So in the Facebook group, the polls work a little bit differently. You can still add a picture. GIFs are not an option. And you can have as many options as you like. And, there are poll options. You can allow folks to add options, and you can allow them to choose multiple ones. Or if you uncheck this, they can only choose one. And I will just show you an example of one that we just used. I did here in the group. And basically it's the poll of the day. I was basically looking for feedback, and I still am really, but looking for what tools musicians are using most regularly there's that word again, I try to say regularly, to promote and keep in touch with their fans. So I created this poll, and I had Facebook ads, a Facebook group, email, blog, Google AdWords, etc. And hello, Denny Ray. How are you? I see you on there. How's it going? So take a look and see of these options in the polls, for the polls. And maybe it's a coincidence that I did this on voting day. I don't know, on poll day. So take a look at these options and see which one of them could be something that you could use to help engage with your fans. There are a lot of questions, a lot of input you could ask. Again, we really, really, really encourage you to think of social media and Facebook and all of these platforms as complements to conversation, or conversation starters, as opposed to a replacement for them. I know it's really, really easy to get on Facebook and just think that you're doing your thing because you're liking your fans' comments, and people are clicking on stuff and things like that. But don't forget, real conversation does have questions. People will ask questions. You will have call and response, so to speak, or questions and answers and things like that. So polls are one thing that you can use to actually help you, and start those conversations. So that's all we wanted to do really today, was just to highlight the examples and the different ways that you can use Facebook polls, and honestly, just on your Facebook page, show you where they were. So again, on your band business page if you didn't see it ahead of time. Again, don't forget, you just have to click on this see all so you can go down and click on the create a poll option. And I will also put a link down in the bottom in the comments of this video. Again, this is content creation. If you're looking for content ideas, feel free to grab our 30-day social calendar where we are going to be, giving you, 150 ideas a month that you can use for every single day of the month. You don't have to use it every single day, but regardless of what day you need it, it'll be there. It'll be your social media secret weapon. That's what we want to do. Help you guys manage your social media so you can be out there playing gigs, making music in the studio, on stage, wherever you need to be. I doubt very seriously if you grew up thinking, oh man, let me go take these guitar lessons and let me go take these vocal lessons so I can be the best digital marketer I can be. I don't think that's how it worked out. So, all right, folks, that's all I got. If you do get signed in and take a look at the video, just say hey in the comments. Let me know that you stopped in, and we'll probably be back next week, probably Tuesday. Thinking about, Tuesday tips, whatever. Doesn't have to have a hashtag, but we'll be back with more tips, and let me know if you have any questions. Check out the comments. You guys have a good day. See ya.